We've been talking to Angie and Branden. We want to bring in psychologist Dr. Douglas Weiss because you coined this term, intimacy anorexia, Dr. Weiss.
Yes, I did. Intimacy anorexia is the active, and that's really important, withholding of spiritual, emotional, or sexual intimacy from your spouse. It's usually characteristics: I'm too busy for you, I'm gonna blame you, I'm gonna withhold love, I'm gonna withhold spiritually, emotionally, I'm gonna be critical of you, I'm gonna use anger against you. I'm going to make sure that I'm safe and we have a buffer of distance so that my heart's safe. I can't give all of me to you.
You feel that's what's going on in their relationship?
Well, I know it is because I got the pleasure of talking to Angie and Branden, and she scored really high on the intimacy anorexia test. His saying, I feel like a roommate, validates that, feeling alone because the trauma of the spouse is real. So just talking with them, yes, we have that. That's what's going on, and it's fixable. I've seen this for decades where couples haven't had sex for months, years, even up to 20 years, and they've gotten better. I mean, there is hope, but it is painful. Like where they're sitting right now, it's so sad and so hard, but it can be so good.
So how do you propose, having met them, where do they go from here? How do they work their way out of this, in your opinion?
Well, I mean, with Angie, we got to figure out how she got here. You know, usually there's 4 causes, and she has several. Some family of origin disruption, some early sexual stuff that can happen, and also with the story here, some sexual behavior itself can teach you how to be sexual with you, but not sexual with another being, and connect to that other being. And also deal with those core issues, give some skills. Like, I would love to teach you guys to do some feelings exercise, some praise exercise, and get them nurturing, and also teach them how to have great sex, like eyes open, lights on, nurturing conversation. Let's connect being to being. That is mind-blowing sex. And oftentimes when you're anorexic, you want to like give as little as possible as opposed to expanding as much as possible during sex.
Do you feel hopeful, the two of you?
Yeah, we absolutely feel hopeful, and we're very excited to see everything heal and come together the way it's supposed to be.
And Angie, when you hear some of these potential things that are going on inside you, triggers that are causing you to be the way you are, can you relate to that? Do you see that?
Yeah, when he was discussing what could have brought me to where I am today, it definitely enlightened me to see where it came from, and it's not just some vague thing that popped out of the blue.
I think this is such an interesting conversation, not only because it's important for the two of you to figure this out, but Dr. Weiss, I would argue that I think a lot of couples are maybe a bit premature in pulling the ripcord, where it's, wow, I'm not feeling that emotional connection or intimate connection. Like, I'm out, you know, we don't work together anymore. And what you're saying is, not so fast.
Not so fast. Let's get to work, because intimacy is a result of a known set of disciplines, just like being healthy or wealthy. You can learn them, and most of us in American culture don't learn the basic skills of intimacy. And you can learn how to be intimate and connected, and how to have a good marriage structure. And actually, I see so many couples like this get better every single day. It's what keeps me in the game. Okay, it's fun to watch couples like this who have hearts that want to do the long journey. 25 years from now, I've seen this couple. For 25 years, they haven't had sex. For 20 years, they've been alone. They've raised their kids. Their heart, they feel so much hate and hurt and anger towards each other. That's a harder couple to deal with. You know, a year or two into marriage, we're just trying to figure this out. Yeah, we can make progress, but it does take work, believe it or not, to have a great relationship.
What's one tip that you could give even people watching right now? Say they've been married, they've lost the spark, or what is the tip that they could do in their daily lives?
Well, like I was sharing with them, share 2 feelings a day with each other, because what happens is we stop talking about our feelings. We talk about, did the kids get this? Did that get that? We go from relationship to functionship. When you're lovers, you talk about your feelings and your dreams. When you're married, you talk about functional things. You got to go back to the dreams. You got to go back to your heart. You got to go back to who you are. You know, my wife didn't marry me because I'm cute. She married my heart, okay?
Well, she might have married you a little bit.
Maybe. That's not what she tells me.